start talking because I don't know if it's actually live on Facebook. I've got a notification, but I don't know if
Well, I've just got a notification. We're on YouTube.
we're on YouTube. We're definitely on Facebook.
YouTube.
Yes, we
I've
are.
just got the Facebook one now.
We are on Facebook.
No.
Yes, we are on. Getting the chat up now. So, once again, welcome. Endless Mods UK, Endless Banter, episode 68. Let's get kicked off. I'm getting notifications left, right, and centre now. So it's going off now on the notifications. I better put this pen down on because you'll all think it's something else.
What a dildo!
But just to clarify, if I start using this pen, I am writing. It is a pencil, and this is a pen. They aren't mine. They are my child's. So I will be these at some point. So, welcome back to another episode. Pixie, I know you've literally just walked in the door, so I'll ask you, how's your week been? What you vaping? What you have for tea? And how's your day been? Because I know you've been a busy little bee.
I have had two classes of pound class, which is like a fitness cardio thing with drumsticks. So it's
Pound
like
class?
Yeah, you use these drumsticks, and it's basically you do all these songs, and it's like a cardio Pilates workout.
That's fucking cool.
Oh no, it's not even that, right? You get to do stuff like Rancid and Bon Jovi and Good Charlotte. So it's not
It
even
sounds
like
fun. That sounds really fun.
It is brilliant. And I had pork goulash with tea with couscous, and I'm vaping my billet, and I'm vaping a squonk, and I'm vaping kind of a pod. See what I feel like.
What did you say? What did you say you're vaping?
It's a pod.
Podwanker!
Although I haven't used it for a few days, I thought I'll just have another try.
Big shout out to all you podwankers out there.
We can be wankers together.
Fucking podman them.
Podman them. So, Nikki, we'll go on to you, mate. How's your week been? What you vaping? What you have for tea? You probably had the same as Pixie, but you might have had something else.
I'm vaping bloodsucker salts in Cape and Clone on the solo.
Before you go on to your next mod, how are you getting on with the Cape one? Because I know you was obviously purchasing the clone before you wanted to put your money into the genuine. What's your honest thoughts on the Cape and what do you think of going into sort of a mouth to lung rebuildable?
I'm actually really enjoying it.
Pros and cons between using a pod system or using the rebuildable. What's the pros and cons to it? What's your thoughts on it?
The pros are it's better flavour. Coils are lasting fucking this is 4 weeks now on the same build. I've rewicked it 3 times, so I've spent 80p on a coil. Well, works out about £1 on cotton and crap. So I am looking at getting genuine. The only con I've got is it's fucking bottom fill, so it's a Borlick.
Yeah, you're gonna have to buy the top fill to go with it, which is an added extra, isn't it?
Exactly. But
do you feel like it's worth it though? And I want your honest opinion. I don't want to hear no bullshit. I want to hear your honest opinion.
My honest opinion is yeah, because you can get the draw that you want. It's just adjusting the airflow to the point where pod systems just don't cut it. The only pod system I've used that kind of feels quite similar on the draw is the Geek Vape Frenzy, because you can pretty much make that as tight as you want.
I think that's a massive thing that pods are missing is adjustable airflow. A massive thing that they're missing out on.
It just seems that they're just more of a restrictive lung hit than an actual true mouth to lung. So I think that's why a lot of the sub-ohm vapors are jumping on the pod wagon now, because it's pretty much second nature now.
Yeah, I 100% believe in that. I think it's very much a restricted lung hit on a pod.
Then I'm on the midnight with some CVC.
What do you have for tea?
Fuck all.
You had nothing.
No.
He doesn't really eat.
I had some bacon at lunchtime.
Have you been on a bike ride today?
Yeah.
The bike is definitely more important than eating.
No, I only went out and I only did what? 24, 25-ish mile.
I only did a marathon.
I think I feel it's been 3 weeks.
No comment.
So I'm not actually hungry, so what's the point in eating?
Okay. Well, Craig, how's your week been? What have you had for dinner? What you vaping? And how are you generally feeling in your dark, dungy room?
I've had no tea because I'm not hungry. Been a busy day today, literally non-stop. Tired. And I'm vaping on some custard chicker and the dirtier.
See, none of you's eating any tea whatsoever. Can't believe you.
Put goulash, thank you.
Yeah, you had something decent.
I had.
And what are
proper
you
meal.
eating then?
What have I eaten?
Yeah.
I had chicken casserole.
Oh,
It wasn't
chicken
really like
casserole.
it wasn't really like a chicken casserole. It was like peas, carrots, chicken breast, and some mashed potato. And it was actually really nice. Feeling.
So you had Sunday's leftovers?
I had what?
Sunday's leftovers.
No, I had freshly cut. Then I eat chicken like 3 or 4 times a day. My life has become chicken and veg.
I know how you feel.
And what are you vaping?
I am vaping on my everyday mouth to lung, which is the Pico. I'm vaping on the Cloud One RTA 21700, and that's my all day every day with some SEV Nick salts. That's me. That's my all day every day. So should we get into some news?
Go on.
Because then later on we've got a little bit of quick fire round, we've got a little bit of fun going on. We possibly may have some tickets to give away for Expo. I know we're a month away from Expo, but we possibly may have some tickets to give away. And Mr. Pickering's just had a pasty and chips.
Oh, bless him. Did Louise not feed him?
Sounds like he had 6 pasties and a large portion of chips. Good lad.
Well, it was just to drive past the chippy on the way to Greg's.
So what if you drove past the chippy on the way to Greg's?
You had to drive past the chippy on the way to Greg's.
Possibly. Or it might have been an Iceland special Greg's frozen.
Oh, my mother-in-law gets them. Banging.
I've never tried it.
Yeah. They are banging. But we're not allowed to touch them now, are we, Picks?
No. No, we're not. It's shit. It's shit, man.
It is proper shit. Right, so we're going to get into some news following on from last week's show. Obviously, we spoke about this lung issue that's going on over in the States. Pixie and Nikki once again are on the news as always. So we watched a video last week about them stating about vaping is doing this, vaping is doing that, vaping is doing this. And we were trying to sort of come across of how we can get away from them putting THC under vaping, whether it's being used in a vaping device. We were trying to work out how we could do that. Well, they've now sort of accepted that it is vaping, but they're unknown of what they're actually vaping. You guys have obviously seen the article about this. They're not accepting that it's nicotine and they're not accepting it's THC. They're just saying it's vaping. Do you feel like we're going to get any closer to them turning around and saying it's not vaping nicotine, it's just this, or it's that? Go on, Nikki.
We won't get any closer to the truth coming out with the whole it's not nicotine, it's the THC or the shit that they're selling as THC or whatever it is, until Big Tobacco have pretty much screwed us all over.
Do you not think it's false fed to the media, or do you think the media are just getting this information and then just running with it?
More or
But
less.
it is false, Craig. But the more scaremongering the media does, the more people are going to jump back onto the cigarettes. and that's another way of killing the vaping scene off and the whole industry.
We're trying to make it so it don't matter if you vape or you smoke, you're gonna die, so you may as well just smoke. That's what that's the end result, really. They're trying to scare you so much that it don't matter which one you do, you're gonna be in danger anyway. And we all know that's not the truth.
Yeah,
So that's basically, you know.
Yeah, they're definitely just. What are you going to say, Craig?
Yeah, but what they're going to do? Stick like on fag papers with people with their lungs. Oh, this is what happens to your lungs. Stick it on bulbs. This is what happens to your lungs when you vape. You get massive holes in your lungs. It's just getting stupid, though, isn't it? You know what I mean? People go on to vaping to give up cigarettes and stuff like that. Some people who will quit smoking 60 a day or go on to vaping, I feel much better doing that. It's just because they can't tax it or anything.
It's like that, like we watched that video, obviously, last week. We watched that video, and that geezer, obviously, sorry, not the geezer, the professor, the doctor, the guy that was obviously telling us about the lung issues and showing no respiratory issues with vaping over 2-3 years and whatever how long his report was. For me personally, I feel like the media always runs with the negative story because the negative story will pull more viewers than the positive story, regardless of what news it is. You know, we're kind of fighting a losing battle, and the fact is that negative news is a hit. That's all we see on the fucking paper, on the TV. The news is just negativity, and I think they run with it because it gets the story likes, it gets it hits. You know, people follow it because it is negative.
Yeah, it is. Sorry, Pix, go on.
It's like twice this week we've had a comp running in our group, and nothing to do with that, but someone and a friend were in the group, and they were commenting on the competition, just normal competition, about stuff going down with the vape industry to do with this lung thing. I had to just delete and remove straight away, but it's like, why would you do that? For people to then take it on board that they think it's that bad, they have to join a group and try and cause anarchy with your members. It's just ridiculous.
Yeah, but you get people like that, aren't you, who are going to say that and join a group and go, oh, I don't know, but I'm going to say this to do that. I just think it's sad. If you're going to join a group like that and do that, you're a dick.
That's what people are like. Some people just like to follow on from that bandwagon that they get given that information, and then they just run with it, don't they? Let's be realistic. It happens all the time. You hear the negativity, run with it.
Yeah. They want to make themselves famous. Oh, no, I'll go on to a group, make myself famous, make myself look like a dick. It's just, you get the negativity, don't you, of people like that, and it just does your head in.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
And they're just wanting to get people's backs up.
Yeah, just it is to get a reaction. That's what it is, just to get a reaction. And the majority of the time, we are giving them the reaction they want. They do want us to sort of turn around and be like, you know, fuck you, and give them something. Most of the time, they can be doing it for trolling purposes. We know that happens, and a lot of people do that for a reaction. And for us to turn around and be like, fuck you, and rather than being fuck you, ignoring them, it's, do you know what I mean? Yeah. We're giving them the response they want.
Yeah, it's a human reaction.
I don't like that. I don't give them reaction. I would just boot them or remove them from whatever situation it is. And that you don't need attention. The less attention you give them, the better, basically.
True.
See, I'm a bit different. If it depends what mood I'm in. If I'll give them a reaction and then, or just remove it like you said, Pigs. But sometimes, 99 times out, I'll just give them a reaction and go, what for?
That's what you don't need to do, because the more attention you give them, the more they win.
Sometimes it's passion, though, isn't it? Sometimes it's very much passion driven that you want to be like, I'm right. It's very much passion, isn't it? You feel it, and you're like, I want to pass this information across and get this information to people, and then they're a bit like, you know what I mean? We're doing this just to troll you, but you're there passionate, massively passionate about what you're doing, what you feel about it, the knowledge you've given, and they're just sort of like, you're just a fucking wanker, get out of that fucking way, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I can understand why you would react to it, because it is very much passion driven.
I mean, it's end of the day, it's your group, isn't it? You know what I mean? You built it from, say, like 5 members, and you built it, and you want to keep it safe and kick people out like that. But at the same point, I agree with what you were saying, Pix, because someone could just report your comment for being a dick.
I just remove and block. It's just easier, because there's got to be more of them. And if I start arguing now, it might attract more at the end.
Yeah. You'll probably be all over the place, but this person has a go at me.
I just want to touch on what Stephen said. Steve said, and we're going to talk a little bit more about Expo later on, but he said, thoughts on people getting free tickets for Expo. Picks, we'll start with you, my love. Obviously, we've seen a bit on Facebook that people have been receiving tickets. Craig, I know you received tickets today.
Yeah.
What's everyone's thought on people receiving tickets? Picks, you want to start with it? What's your opinion on people randomly receiving tickets?
I'm not sure why I'm not sure why people are randomly ever signed up for something that I don't know.
I'm not sure. I will try get a statement during the show.
Got it.
Have you got a statement? Yeah.
I've got it. It's basically, I went to Expo back in May. So basically, they've said, here at the Vapor Expo UK, we'd like to support the vapor community as much as we can. As you have previously attended the Vapor Expo show, we would like to offer you 4 free tickets for this October Vapor Expo UK. See, I didn't know that was coming. I didn't enter no competition or anything like that. But for me, I'm giving back to people. I've got my tickets already, so I'll give it to people. If someone ain't going to go to Expo and can't afford it, I'll give it to somebody.
Are they full weekend tickets as well?
No, it's Saturday and Sunday. So
is it Saturday or Sunday, or is it's just one ticket for one day? Yeah,
Saturday or Sunday.
I think it's good that they're giving them out, even though I mean every time this year they get given out anyway, regardless. But the fact that I was sending them to more people than just vendors or shops is quite good. But so it's got to gauge interest. But then is that person going to wait for the next round of free tickets, or are they going to pay to go next time as well?
Yeah, I mean, I've done it where I've said to people on my group I'm going to give away. I can't remember it, but give away a ticket. But you have to go like the end of this page, do me a screenshot, and I'll give you a number, and then I'll do a number random generator. And then whoever wins it, you win it. I'll send you a picture of the code. Once you've got it, I'll rip it up and put it in the bin. And the day I'm not going to use it. I'll give it to somebody, but I'm not going to go all over Facebook and go, anybody want a free ticket and do it, because you're going to get the freebie hunters and go, oh, I'll have one, but I'll sell it to somebody else for like 10 or 20 quid.
Yeah, if it's used for the right purposes, Dave's saying here, I think they're pushing the tickets as a community thing, showing some love. I think it is it's definitely nice, and it's gauging an interest with people who possibly may not go again, and they obviously get the opportunity with the free tickets, which is definitely a good thing. It's whether people abuse it or not, and then start selling the tickets and stuff like that, which I've seen a few times on groups.
Yeah.
But as long as they're not used and abused.
I mean, you get so many people. Sorry, Pix, go on.
So I remember my first expo, and I actually won my first lot of tickets to go to my first expo with Nikki. And I won Saturday, and then I won Sunday ones, and then someone gave me Friday ones. That's how we ended up there all weekend. But then I had more spare, so I did a comp on 2G, and we did some stuff, and people won them. But then people were actually people I knew who I generally met up with. One of them was Doug Ruff, and he actually generally won one and came down. You know what I mean? It was lovely. So it's lovely to see people who have won them, in a group, and they've come talk to you as well. And it actually thanked me and everything. You know what I mean? And it was just a spare ticket I had. Yeah. But it's nice to have that bit of community come in. And they're coming in for that reason, and they love it. I've never met anyone that's gone to an expo and not enjoyed it.
No, I mean, my first expo was back in 2016. I never got to meet you guys before anything like that, but I did enjoy it. Like, it was a nice day, it was a good experience, and I enjoyed it. And that's why with the tickets, I'd rather give it to somebody who's never been. Go and enjoy yourself for the day, and like go and meet people who you know, and you'll enjoy yourself. You'll probably meet the freebie hunters who stand at the stage all day with their pat lunch and their hot flask.
That's a separate subject, Craig.
That is a good subject, really, yeah. That's a good subject to get on.
You do that, didn't you? I mean, when I went in May, I watched one bloke there with his pat lunch and his flask. Like, yeah, I'm going to get loads of freebies at the stage with my hat hanging out. Oh, piss off, mate.
Oh, they do.
I mean, I had one bloke when I went...
Touching on to that, Craig, before you touch on your story, do you not think that's calmed down from previous shows you've been to? Because from my experience in May, it's still a thing. We still make it a thing. We still do it as vendors. We still do it, but as a whole thing, personally, I believe it's calmed down massively.
It has calmed down. When I went in 2016, my first one, I had some bloke behind me, a ginger bloke. Literally, I was throwing out a snapback. He pushed me out of the way to get hold of it, and I thought, pushing me out of the way because you want a free snapback. So I'll get one out of my bag and give it to you for free if you want. But you don't need to push me, do you prick?
Dave said in here in chat, I will tell you all, there will be less free shit this time round. 100%. 100%. Go on, Craig.
Yeah.
Has he crashed?
Yeah.
Can we just take a second to appreciate that face?
Well, that's Craig just busting up.
Someone screenshot it. Someone screenshot Craig. That's his sex face.
Now you need to get Pod Wanker thing next to it.
Someone screenshot that and send it to me.
Right, we'll take him out. Keith said, looks like it's freeze frame from Crime Watch.
Oh, bless him.
Right, well, we'll put it into frame until he comes back. No, I definitely feel like the whole free shit stuff is definitely calmed down to a point where I feel like people don't feel obligated to do it anymore.
Aye.
I don't know what you guys, because you guys see it from a different perspective to what I've seen. I've never seen a Vapor Expo from a show point of view, as in to watch the show, to go around the show. I've always seen it from a vendor's perspective.
I would personally enjoy the show a lot more as a consumer.
There we go. Can you hear me now?
The free shit is literally kept to one area, like the stage for an hour or 2 hours for the whole weekend. Because that way you're not having that congestion at the fucking stage where everyone just crumples in and you just no. People pay good money to have them spots for a reason because they are prime money making areas. And with all the free shit giveaways, I don't think anyone really pays attention to the people unless it's a Friday or there's no giveaway.
I feel like that's why the stage has been moved, because the stage used to be bang set in the middle, and now it's been moved to away from where the main vending spots were. And maybe that's because they didn't want the music around the vending spots because you can't communicate. Maybe it is the same way you're saying, Nikki, about people just crowding around the stage, obviously for free shit. You know what I mean? It looks like they've moved the stage away from where it used to be. So maybe they are trying to sort of regulate to be in that spot, be there. You know what I mean? And then it doesn't affect anybody else with loud music, the stage going on, because the stage has predominantly been in the middle of the hall.
Aye.
But there does seem to be less and less free shit hunters going for just solely free shit.
Although, I do remember our first time, and we were staying at the Ibis, and there was this couple, and I won't say the names, but this guy was going around the whole weekend telling people he's a serious reviewer, and on the Sunday, he packed up his sister's car, you know them bags for life from Aldi, 6 of them full of free shit he got from pretending he was a reviewer. Not a lie.
I always question it though. Is it down to him that's able to do that, or is that down to the vendors that have given him the product?
But I saw him again last time, and he was trying to tell me he was sponsored by or not Relentless, what they called,
Ruthless.
Ruthless, and who makes Blue Mona or bloody Six Licks. He was trying to tell me he was sponsored by them. I was like, "Are you sure?" He's like, "I don't think you are, love." But that's what he does, and I think they should have a bit of a thing. If someone says that they're an actual reviewer, because they have that reviews bit now, where
they also have press passes as well. So if you don't have a press pass,
right, well,
then it's down to the vendor, isn't it, to think why are you not wearing a press pass if you are a reviewer?
I only think for the sake of vendors and money, they should have a bit more of a filter system. If you know what I mean.
It's down to the. It's down to the vendor, really. And at the end of the day, I feel like the majority of it, if somebody's going to, we know from vending, and especially you, Pixie, and you as well, Nikki, you've seen sort of people coming up, and if they ask for free stuff, you know who's genuine and who's not.
Oh, God, yeah.
And it's sort of down to the vendor as much as anything else. Do you know what I mean?
If anyone wants any free shit off me, as long as they buy something, they can have a free receipt from the till.
Dave says, I have to shoot the stage, but I tell the wife to grab stuff and she passes it on to people behind until some dude lost his shit over a 10ml bottle so he can go fuck himself.
Like passing it to other people at the back, because I think that's really nice to do that. You don't have to do that, but that's actually really nice for somebody to do that.
Yeah, I've like when I've walked past the stage and stuff, and I've seen people I know on the stage, and I've always jokingly shouted, you know what I mean, over here, and they've always thrown me stuff, and I've caught it, and I've always just give it to the next person in front of me, just a bit of a giggle at that, you know what I mean. At the end of the day, I feel like if you are at the stage, and like for instance, when me and Paul went to Germany, and they were giving stuff out to the queue outside, they were throwing stuff into the crowd outside, so. A couple of the vendors was lined up at the front of the queue, and the queue was into like sections of maybe 6. So there were big lines. It wasn't just one big line. So it looked like a mass amount of people together, but they were all in different lines. And they were throwing shit into the crowd. And the people at the front that were actually catching it, who already had stuff, were turning round and throwing it to other people behind them.
Aye.
To me, that's fucking brilliant. And that really got me buzzed.
That's more of a community rather than just giving back to everyone, so everyone gets something to take home rather than just keeping it all to yourself.
Yeah, see, when I went one in May, one of our sponsors gave us some cotton and stuff. I said, what can I do with it? Because you do what you want with it. So me being nice, I had a box, so I gave a couple to people I didn't know, and some people I knew. They went, "Oh, what are we doing that for?" Well, they've told me to do what I want with it, so I'd rather just give it back to people. So you've got something. If you ain't got anything, you've got something to take home with you. I know it's only a pack of cotton, but it's nice to give something to somebody.
Definitely. It's good on the soul. It's definitely good on the soul.
It was.
Because rather than feel like you've got all this and you're not sharing it, you know, some people, I know some people who wouldn't even think twice of not sharing, but then you think of the people that actually would share and how good it not just necessarily makes them feel, but that person just to say, don't, you know what I mean? Don't say I don't ever do it for you. Here's a fucking pack of cotton. You know what I mean? It's just do you know what I mean? It's how it should be.
I would generally do it for anybody, but you've got to give me a bloody good reason why you need cotton or you need some coils or anything like that. I will do it for anybody. But you need to give me a good reason. But then if I see you selling it on Facebook or you're selling it because you've got no money, well, don't ever ask me again. You shit on me once, that's it.
What's Ian? Ian said, "Oh my God, the amount of people asking, saying I want one for a review because they have 10,000 followers. Nah, fuck off, buy it. Products should be hyped, not forced upon people by fake free shit hunters," I believe that says.
Is that Mankman?
Because yeah, that is Mankman.
Can we say congratulations on the cute baby?
Yes.
Congratulations.
Yeah, congratulations to Chloe and Ian on the birth of baby Theo, I believe he's called.
Theo Bailey, and he is gorgeous. I can't believe it's Ian's.
Can't believe it's Ian's. That's not nice.
I know Ian, I'm only messing.
Ian, if you're watching, I'll apologise for you. You ugly fucker. Love you really, mate.
But has anyone ever, like, I don't know if you guys have, but you know when you walk into the Vapor Expo, the main entrance? When I went, this was about 9 o'clock, 9:30. So me and my mate walked in. Like there was a couple of people standing next to the cash points there. They're giving stuff to vendors, and some people like giving it to some people. I watched one lad walk past. They didn't give him something. The dirtiest look he give this woman. I thought, you're that desperate for a freebie, mate. So just give it to the vendors. Obviously, it's probably for the vendors to do something with. But this lad got the right and I thought, why? It's only something. It's only a cardboard box with a bit of juice in it. Wow.
Some people do.
I'll say when I go to Expo, I don't think to myself, "Oh, I'm going to go around and see how much free shit I can get." I don't care if I didn't get anything in a day, as long as I've bought something for myself. I don't care.
It's what mindset. Sorry, Nicky, what did you say?
Oh, Craig's bought around for everyone.
Oh yeah, I did. Yeah, I was we went to the bar. I bought a round for people I know. I swear the bloke see me walking around the school. Look at that fat twat. Let's charge him loads of money. So I walked in. I bought, I think it was about 5 pints. Cost me 35 quid. I was like, fucking hell. It's like, Jesus Christ. I thought, because he was laughing. I said, I'll jump over the bar and drink out the tap if you want.
$5 a pint. Glad I don't fucking drink.
Tell you what is cheaper. Jaeger. Jaeger's much cheaper.
I will buy, but when I'm there this year, I will buy you Pixie one and Nicky one. I will buy you one.
No.
Pixie's banned. Pixie's
Pixie's
banned.
banned from drinking.
I'll drink.
And Pixie's never allowed to drink at an expo again, and we won't go into details. Let's just say that's that. We're saving Nikki. We're saving Nikki the carry home.
Oh, good. Oh,
You don't bring his
break.
bush back together, as side alone.
I am October Expo this year. I really am looking forward to it.
Oh yeah, 100%. For
Because
me,
believe it or not, after,
every year. I say it every year. Sorry, go
believe it
on.
or not, after Expo is my birthday the weekend after.
And what date is your birthday?
3rd of November.
Well, our wedding anniversary is the 5th, so you can sod off.
I have to share my birthday with a twin.
What, you've got a twin brother?
I've got an identical twin brother.
Really? There's 2 of you?
There's two
Sure,
of the
he's
fuckers.
fighting me.
There's two of the
He's
fuckers.
fighting me.
Can you not bring him to Expo so we can scare people?
He won't come. He's not fully tattooed like me.
I can buy him a sleeve.
There's still 2 of them.
I'll bring a gun.
Let's just get this in our heads. There's still 2 of them.
Yeah, I've got an identical twin brother and a little brother.
I never knew you were a twin.
Yeah, I'll have to get a picture for you and send you a picture and show you.
I want to see that.
Was
There's
it one
more-
of them swipe left or swipe right?
The funny thing is, when we're on the phone, my dad can't tell the difference, but my mum's the only one who can. So she knows which one's either bullshitting. So 99 times out of 10, it's me.
Okay. What's your brother called? I'm gonna ask.
Sure.
Jeff.
Sean. Jeff. It's called Jeff. Sean and
I
Greg. Just so I know. Just so I know.
Jeff. So
Everyone
people
knows
are going to Expo. Keith Maxwell's going to Expo. Dave's obviously going to Expo. Obviously, I think McMahon's going to Expo. Mr. Pickering will be going to Expo. So there's still a few people in chat that's going to be going to Expo. And as I say every fucking year, and twice a year I say it, the reason I love Expo the most is seeing the people that you haven't seen, or you've just spoke to them online and meeting up with people. That's one of the main things for me is meeting up with people. It's definitely a good thing.
God, yeah.
But talking about meeting people and shit, another subject I've got is, what's the future of vaping on Facebook? Do you guys feel like, obviously running groups and obviously seeing Facebook in a different light as I would see it, a business aspect of things, do you guys feel like groups are very, very quiet? Do you feel like a lot of people aren't getting involved anymore? Are you stepping on fucking eggshells to sort of post on Facebook? What's going on with Facebook at the minute? Pixie, we'll start with you because I know you've got a few fingers in different pies on Facebook.
I'm not at all.
It's not. I'm just not saying you mod about 900 groups, but yeah.
I'm not. I am admin. I am admin in 3, and I'm moderator on 1.
12.
Maybe 1.
Nikki's sat there like, I don't even talk to her. She's on Facebook that much.
Communications in Messenger. Nikki, get me a glass of water.
Pretty much.
No, what's your
Can you make me a hot chocolate?
Yeah, that's usually what it is. I don't know. I just think that it's cracking down too much. But then again, I think people are flopping way too quick. And once something's happened to one group, and then it's another group, and then it's another group. But it's the fact that it sort of erupts from one place to another. But I don't really get why they have to crack down so much, so hard. I don't know what we're doing. Or you could do something and nothing. And it's either somebody's reporting you or Facebook's got you in the algorithm. But something's being closed down, and you have to be so careful with what's posted now, like links, selling, anything to do with that. You can put up a picture. That's not been an issue so far, although I think a couple of people have had pictures taken down. But links and such, not really able to do it. Or I don't even know if there's an issue with discount codes at the moment.
Yeah, but Pix, how many times have you been banned since this has happened? Like, how many times have you been banned for posting up for something wrong?
I can't even do it. There you go. Yeah.
Yeah, but that's
before that happened and it all kicked off, I got banned 4 times.
Yeah, what was the worst one you got banned for?
Nothing. I get reported just because I'm a twat. I'm not gonna lie. I actually don't know why I get reported. I just people say someone's reported you, and that was that. But I don't actually know.
Yeah.
It's usually a week, and then I've had like a couple of days. It
Oh,
might
oh.
be just something daft like sharing a live, or it might
Yeah.
be just a picture. I got banned for a vape picture a couple months ago, and there was nothing offensive about it. It was just like, we don't like your picture. It's like, fucking whatever. It wasn't anything to do with it. You know, it shouldn't anything it shouldn't be.
Do
See,
you
I
feel like
think
the
the
community is
construction-
quiet though? Do you guys feel like the community side of things is quiet?
Yeah, mine is. My group's very quiet.
It is and it isn't. It depends what's going on.
I mean,
Oh.
people only pipe up when there's a bit of drama, isn't there? Let's be honest.
Yeah.
I mean, who likes a bit of hate drama? I certainly do, because I'm a nosy twat.
Not specifically. I'm not really into drama, but I think comps are still alright. Comps are doing okay, and lives are doing well. But like the other bits, it's a bit quiet. I think people are just getting a bit scared of posting in general.
Yeah, see, I haven't been very active on mine because it's just. I mean, I got Facebook warning me because I put up a endless picture and then it said Craig Green has gone against our community standards. I thought I've only put a hand check up.
Yep.
I haven't put anything wrong. I've only put a hand check up. I thought, fuck me, you're going to do me for that?
Yeah, it's very much. I don't understand. I'll be particularly honest. I don't understand everything that's going on, and I don't understand why stuff's getting flagged. And obviously, the algorithm is working its way through groups and stuff like that. And obviously, certain groups have been closed down, and some of them have been popped up as like pages rather than being a group. You know, it seems like it's calmed down a little bit, but it's also not even calmed the community down. It's quietened the community down.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's also just been the holidays as well, so a lot of people have got kids and they'd much rather spend time with the kids rather than fucking take a picture of a vape thing or sit in a live feed because they've been out with the kids all day as well. So it's kind of one of them things you've got to balance the good with the bad out and look at it from everyone because we've all got kids or we've all fucking got mates with kids and 95% of us have been out with them. You're not want to go home here and sit on the fucking live feed for an hour while someone waffles shit with the chance of winning 100 ml of juice or something.
Yeah, you're right in a way, yeah. Dave said here, Dave's put, the vape community has changed for the worst over the past 6 months, especially on Instagram side of it.
I haven't had any issues with Instagram.
I just don't post on mine.
Me either. I've had no issues at all with Instagram. I feel like for me personally, Instagram's well, I've obviously been doing Instagram for a little while, but I feel like with like the IGTV and stuff like that, it's got a little bit more popping than Facebook at the minute in time.
The other app I use quite a lot, and it is just for vaping, is Vaffle, and I've had never an issue in that, and I've used it for over a year. But I don't know if Vaffle's any way linked to Facebook or Instagram.
No,
it's
it's not.
A separate entity, yeah.
People advertise the hell out of everything all the time. Hashtags, like watermarks, links, the lot, and not a single thing is done with it. It's just all normal. It's like Instagram, but vaping, and there's no issue with it at all. I like that one.
I think it's like someone who just said a minute ago, people are scared to post up, or if I post out, I might get my group banned or my group's going to get closed down. It's just, I don't know, it's just one of them things, and it with Facebook, you know what I mean? It used to be popular, you can make a group up just like that, but now you can't. You have to do all the proper procedures and everything like that.
But we're getting cracked down with the things that we're posting, which is just maybe a simple hand check. But then you get these adverts, and everyone gets awkward wish adverts, right? The things advertised on that app, and you weren't even looking for it. It amazes me how they get away with advertising it in the first place.
Oh, God, yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So, how are we all right? How are we not all right to just put a hand check or whatever? But they're all right to have another thing advertised with God knows what on another app.
Yeah, like a taser or something like that. You know what I mean? That doesn't go against community standards.
Apparently not.
To be fair, what I have seen becoming a bit more popular now on Instagram and Facebook is people posting hand checks with a knife. Why?
Yeah, it's they call it is it an ADC? No, EDC. They call it. It's an EDC. It's predominantly come from America. That it's EDC, which is everyday carry. So basically, you get people posting everyday carries, and obviously knives are legal to carry in the States. So a lot of the Americans do EDC. So they'll have a knife, they'll have a vape, they'll have the car keys, sunglasses, wallet, and that's usually what the post is an EDC carry,
So
which is very, very popular in America.
Well,
I carry knives every day, everywhere I go, no matter where I am or what I'm doing. I don't give a shit. I've done it since I was what? 12?
They call it EDC, don't they? That's what they call it in America.
There's nothing in mind that means, oh, I'm going to empty my pockets out, I'm going to pull my knife out, I'm going to pull my neck out, I'm going to pull my juice out, I'm going to pull my battery that's in my pocket with my, like, loose in my pocket with my change and my keys. I'm not
doing that then. I might start.
Right, let's have a look. Shaka and Dave, if you can just sort of go over and chat what you guys are very, very knowledgeable about Instagram. If you could tell us a little bit more about Instagram. Shaka saying he's being banned for being too sociable. Dave saying the attitude on there stinks. So if you guys can sort of maybe tell us a little bit more, obviously give us a bit of an insight to Instagram. Ian also said, I don't reckon it will speed up close to Expo. The only thing that will speed it up will be people on the groups to get tickets. Popular groups will always have the activity. End of, because they're not there for throwing stuff out there for fun and love of it, for the fun and love of it. So yeah, I agree with that to a certain extent. I feel like it will kick up a little bit towards Expo, but it will be due to sort of maybe giveaways and stuff like that to do with getting tickets for Expo and stuff.
Yeah, but I don't know if you guys have ever noticed, but when Expo comes and is gone, it gets really busy on the groups. I don't know if you've ever noticed that, but when on my group, it got really busy in the May for Expo, and then after it got really, like, people are really active and stuff like that.
Because what happens is everyone goes to Expo, gets excited, gets the community vibe back again. The community vibe comes back for a couple of months, and everyone goes, right, let's get back to reality.
Yeah.
And that seems what's to be happening a lot of the time.
Yeah.
People getting that hype back in their system, really enjoying what they're doing, the vaping side of things, the community side of things. And then all of a sudden, overnight, they'll just get it like, yeah, actually, do you know what? We'll just go back to how we was.
Yeah, excited. I got a free bottle of juice and it got thrown out in the crowd.
It's definitely down to us as a community. That's the reason it is. It's not anything else but that. The fact is that people get the hype.
I think that's the only thing I really look forward to in May and October is Expo, really. That's the only thing I really look forward to.
I thought he was going to say the free bottle of juice that's thrown at you from the stage.
Nah, I think I'll be. I don't know what I was going to say there now. I'm just generally looking forward to meeting everybody. So, like you, Tom, Pixie, and I'm not looking forward to meeting you guys this year at Expo. I'm looking fuck everybody else and come and chat to me. Yeah, fuck off. I'm talking to Pixie.
That's not very nice. You're join the queue.
That's why
I do like that. I know.
She'll put you to work. She'll give you some flyers to go hand out.
I'll do it, mate. I'll do my birthday present. And the flyers out for Endless for your birthday present. Okay.
So if we could change anything about Facebook and about the actual attitude of people on Facebook, what's the one thing you would change? And we'll start with you, Nikki. What would you, if you could change anything? I mean, on a positive scale, not getting rid of the famous ladies of Instagram, or whatever we called them last time.
Ladies of the gram.
Ladies of the gram. I want positive. I want positives. If you could do something positive or change something positive to get Facebook to back where it was, what would you do?
Remove the feature of being able to report a comment, a post, and a fuck all, because it does my head in. If you're offended by it, just don't look. Scroll past. You took more time into report a comment than you have to just scroll past it.
That's a bit negative, though.
Definitely.
No, it might be a negative, but it'll also stop all these people just reporting comments for the fun of it, as there's quite a few people that do that.
I get what you're saying. There's got to be some sort of justification why you would report it, but then fuck me, everyone gets offended by anything.
Exactly. So take away the report button, Facebook solved, and just say to the groups, to be fair, yes, you've got a vaping group. Yes, we know you do this, and this in it. All we want you to do is stop the sales, which I think every group's done, and vet your members a bit better, because we all know there's groups out there with underage members in them that have got through somehow, but vet the members. And if it comes to the point where you're having to ask someone for ID, do it. And just keep going how it was before. Because as far as I've noticed on like my group, all I've done is put 18 plus in the name and I've stopped sales posts. I've still carried on the way it was and I've not had an issue.
I get you. What about you, Pixie? What would you do? And it's got to be a positive.
I would
negative.
I would just like people to be a bit more nicer to other people and show them that there's so much good can come out of being helpful, rather than just saying, "Oh, you can't do that," "Oh, you can't do this," which is a little negative. But if people just turn around, you might not be able to do it, but here's how you do it, and then help them out, that would be so much easier, and people would be so much more confident, and they'd have a much better journey in how they vape and what they vape and how they do it. Does that make sense? And that could go as over every group ever. I mean, there's a ton of us all like in this group that we've got and everyone else, and you could message us anytime if you need that help. You just say, "I would like some help." But there's so many people that are just like, "No," and then it turns people away. But if they were just more positive about, "You can do this. Come on, I'll help you," that'd be so much easier and so much better.
No, I agree with that. 100%. And what about you, Craig? What would you do?
I would say with people who just put up, I have to agree with Pixie. Sorry, I have to agree with you, Pix. With the helping, like you do get some people who I've had people in box. Oh, I can't get this build on. Can you help me? Yeah, I'll help you any time in the night. We generally help people who are like just starting learning to build or starting to learn to wrap wires. It's like we all started somewhere.
Yeah.
We'll just stop picking at someone like if they've got a battery wrap, like if it's torn a little bit. Oh, you should be doing that. That's dangerous. You could blow it up. Well, no, just help that person. Don't like just jump on them down their throat. Help them. Tell them the proper way how to do it. Don't just jump down their throat. We all started somewhere once upon a time ago.
No, agreed. Ian's come up with a great fucking idea, and it says, "Can we just add a snowflake button? I bet no one ever presses it because if they do, it sends a notification to their friends list, entire friends list. Mank for the win." I think that would be fucking brilliant if they added a dislike button or a snowflake button. If you could stop report, I reckon if we stopped reporting posts like Nick said and just added a dislike button, I think that would be a lot better.
Yeah, I
agree. Agreement that we stop reporting and just add a dislike button.
Although there are some groups, and I make it into a game. I'm not gonna lie, I do report some things that are clearly in the rules that shouldn't be there, and I do have a bad habit of that. I'm not gonna lie. But it annoys me. It annoys me as a person who runs groups when people can't abide by a rule. It's a simple fucking rule, and they still do it. But that just annoys me. But a lot of people I know generally won't do it. It's people you don't know, they do it, and you're like, but why? Why would you carry on doing it? I don't do it once. They do it like 8 times. Like,
rules are there to be
don't do it.
In your group, Pix, and yours, Nick, like, did you do raffles and stuff? Because I don't do them. No. I don't do them because I just don't believe in doing them.
Technically,
you have to have a gambling license.
Gambling, yeah. But personally, I've never done.
And then when groups do that, they don't realise that you're supposed to have a gambling license. I don't do them. I don't see the point in doing them. You're not going to make any. I mean,
but to be fair, there are a ton of things that Facebook has in rules, and people still do them. Not just raffles.
I do, yeah.
I mean, whole wide of every industry you can believe. It's not just one small thing. And I don't think there's a couple of raffles here and there on groups is going to end the world for Facebook. Really, there's much more bigger things they've got to worry about.
Well, yeah.
and we'll go into what the guys. So we've had a little bit of an update from obviously Dave and Shaka in the comments. Dave said, "Okay, with Instagram, if you like too many photos, it's a ban. If you comment too much, it's a ban. If you post too much, it's a ban. I've seen a lot of good, talented promoters leave the vape community due to the way people are treating each other, and that's companies' attitude too. It seems to me that it was people supporting each other, constant drama. Now that's why I'm in no groups or crews or anything like that. I do my own thing." And Shaka's just mirrored exactly what he said. You get banned for too many likes, too many followers or unfollows, too fast, too many comments. It's ridiculous. They don't want us growing fast. You can even get silent bans, which you don't even know you've got a. Hold on, you got a band, but you'll never know. Like likes have halved, and unless you get enough likes and comments, your posts won't even get seen by most of your followers. So they're basically like giving a bit of a purge to fucking Instagram by the sounds of it. But obviously, we don't get to see it as much because we're not that heavy into Instagram. Obviously, we're a lot more heavier into Facebook, and it seems like across all sort of social media platforms, apart from the solely made vaping platforms, there's obviously a big purge on fucking vaping.
Twitter's
What
not too
solely
bad.
main vaping platforms besides Raffle?
You've got that. Is
MeWe?
it? Yeah.
Actually-
Well, MeWe's not
No.
vaping.
Home
But
page is on TikTok. He's fucking shut it down. It is now a direct link to his site.
right, so that homepage is shut,
Mhm.
Yeah.
and then you've
What
got.
was that?
Well, that I don't know if you guys are still on that MeWe, he, she, whatever.
That's still
fucking is.
it's still about, but I don't use it.
I used it once. And what annoys me with Shav is when members get added to your group, they're in your chat automatically.
Yeah, we did like that.
No, I didn't like that because in the day, whatever you say in that chat, it's private to you.
And not only that, there's no way to leave a chat that I could find
No, there
either.
ain't. No, there's not.
You
Because you're
could
ready.
silence it, but you couldn't leave it. And there's a
No.
lot of people, I mean,
Well,
not wrong. I like a lot of people. There's also a few people I just don't want to see, and they're in there, and you're like, for fuck's sake, I'm not gonna lie, and you're
Yeah.
like, there's no point in it.
And then you get an email saying this person has added you to this group, or this person wants to join your group. It's like, for fuck's sake. I get enough junk emails in the daytime.
Stop
Stop
being a
subscribing to all these pay-per-view porn sites.
You know what? I was thinking it, and I thought I won't say it, and you did.
Stop being
Say
stop being a whingy little bitch.
Nicky,
Stop updating Tinder.
No, that's why I'm currently single.
Oh,
You always got Grinder.
upgrade, an update in the chat as well. Says Mr. Pickering, Mr. Adam Pickering says, MeWe is closing groups down. So
Ooh.
MeWe are also cracking down on it. So it sounds like across social media, as I said, once again, apart from fucking Raffle, which is a vape platform, everyone is fucking going at social media platforms. But then Dave says in another comment that Twitter is very vape friendly, so they're not actually doing anything on Twitter about vape stuff.
I've only just joined Twitter, and it actually is a lot more relaxed than Facebook and MeWe and everything like that.
Can you go live on
Reddit's all right with it as well. Reddit's quite good.
Reddit, you get away with fucking everything on Reddit.
Yeah, you can fucking download how to make a gun on a fucking 3D printer.
There's absolutely all sorts of shit on fucking Reddit that they let you get away with. A lot of stuff. And we actually did create a Reddit, and obviously trying to move across the platforms and stuff like that. It is people don't want to move platforms. People are very used to Facebook. Then we sit there and say, well, Facebook's not doing anything, but people won't move across to a new platform. I think Reddit would be a very good platform, but the difference is it's basically a thread board where you can put pictures up. So it's not like live chat or like that. So it's very different. It's very much a Facebook front, but you can't do videos and stuff like that. You can't do sort of live feeds. And maybe that is what's sort of stopping people doing it. I'm not sure if that's the case, but I feel like Reddit would be the perfect place for vaping because you can monitor it heavily, and you also can let people get away with all sorts on there because you can literally fucking get away with anything on there.
Or
So
the only other way
basically-
is that the only other way is someone makes their own social media platform just for vaping. Because eventually someone is going to do that, wouldn't they? They're going to make their own social media platform just for vaping.
Which is that baffles that anyway, isn't it? That's very much just vaping.
Yeah, but you can't go live on Vaffle.
And that's I think that's one of the issues why people won't cross platform, because you have got the accessibility of going live. You know what I mean? You can very much have private chats and stuff like that. You know, like you were saying about that MeWe and all the people being in the chat at one time. It's not very sort of, you can have your own sort of group chats. So I feel like that's a negative, and I feel like that Facebook are going to either have to do something about it, or someone's going to have to create a platform where you can do stuff like that on it.
Yeah, I mean, first time I went live on Facebook, it built my confidence, to be honest with you, going live on Facebook in my own Facebook group, going live, it built my confidence up. Because I wouldn't have done it once upon a time. I ain't going on the video to do that, but I feel more comfortable now doing a cloud check or a live. I feel comfortable even coming on Banter. I feel really comfortable doing it.
Claire Weston says, "Bring back MySpace." That's a fucking throwback. Let's all go back to MSN, Dave. Yahoo Messenger and MSN, back to them fucking days.
Oh God, yeah, when you were online talking to your friends, what are you up to?
It's gonna get to that, isn't it?
Yeah.
What's Ian said? Twitter is for outspoken people. It's meant to say people with a Nokia 3310 because they can't take a decent photo but want to shout about it.
Bring that MySpace, fucker. I've still got mine.
Oh, there was
Claire Weston said, "Bring back MySpace."
I can't think of it.
What? Tumblr.
Reddit is very toxic for the gaming community. Reddit can be very toxic, but I feel like if we can use the platformers to move away from maybe Facebook and all the bannings and stuff, Reddit is a very good community because there is some vaping communities on there that have got like 101,000 fucking followers.
Joe,
Maybe
just take over Twitch.
I might have to have a look into that.
Maybe if we join forces, we can do better.
That's what it's about. It's about getting people to cross-platform and getting people to be behind it rather than, do you know what I mean? And I think people saying, I still got MySpace, says Shaka. If we move out of MySpace, they'll crack down on us in a fucking minute. I feel like a place like...
No, Tom needs the money. He's not been paid in over how many years?
Well, I feel comfortable now when you said that app. I've forgotten what it is called already, but I feel now you said it, I didn't even know what it was till you just said it. I never even heard it, so I might have a look. No, you ever heard? I've heard of MySpace. I've still got an account, I think.
We all need
everyone's friends with Tom on funky MySpace.
Yeah. There's pictures on my MySpace where I've got no tattoos. It is shit scary.
Jesus.
I know.
I think mine was, I was about 14 when I made mine, and then I'll just give up after that on it.
You need to send me your email for it. I'll add you.
I'll have to send you my email. Jesus.
We'll make some before and after photos.
Everyone go make a LinkedIn account and we can go fuck shit up over there.
Hey. What was everyone's like? Do you remember when you used to log in and it used to play like the song that you picked on MySpace?
What was my song?
Yeah, what was your song?
Mine was me because obviously I was doing music at the time. So mine was my own stuff. Mine was a music page rather than a personal page. So.
Oh well, no.
They just
it was like having an intro for your page. Yeah, that's what it was.
Just remember the old webcams and stuff on your computer before we had laptops with it and stuff like that.
Fucking MySpace days, Jesus Christ.
I had a song called Power Struggle by Sunna, which is an old metal band. but it was brilliant, and it's still one of my favorite songs. And I think Nikki had Slipknot.
No, it was Asylum.
Was it Asylum? There you go.
It was Sunshine by Asylum.
Please don't tell me you met on MySpace.
No.
Bastard! I was looking for a MySpace love story, a reason to go back to it.
No.
Right, we've got another subject before we get into our quick fire questions. But we've got the next question. The next subject is Smok launches 4 new products in one launch. They've released 3 new pod systems, and they've released the Smok Mag 2 or whatever they're calling it, or whatever, GP or whatever. But all these devices, first of all, I want to say, they did a proper like Apple press conference. I watched somebody who went to they had a red carpet. They had a proper like introduction to these new products. I quite watched the video and I was like, this is like to the next fucking level. If you haven't seen the video, make sure you go on to YouTube and search the new product launch from Smok, because they fucking did it. They went all out. The main thing I got from these products is they're all fucking waterproof. Why do we need waterproof vaping devices?
Because I'm going in for the new swimming pool, and I'm gonna get in the swimming pool with my Aegis Legend, right? And I'm gonna vape and do LEMS at the same time.
Yeah, I'll tell you a story about why we need waterproof products. I remember my mum got me a contract on iPhone 3GS, the first one ever come out, brand new. I had about a day. Went to go to the toilet and dropped it down the toilet. My mum was pissed. Cost her about 300 quid of insurance. So yeah, we do need waterproof products, because I just.
Did anyone else thought that was going to be an orgy story?
Yeah, I definitely thought it was going to be something weirder than that.
And a flush.
Claire Weston says for the wet winter, maybe. Right, my question would be to Smok. If I had any question to ask Smok, would be, okay, I understand you started waterproofing mods, but there has to be a tank on top of this mod. So when this tank goes into the fucking water, how the fuck is this tank waterproof?
I don't know, because Aegis have got one as well.
The mod is waterproof, but the tank that you have to screw on top is not waterproof. So if I drop a mod with my tank on top of it, because I'm not just going to carry a mod in my hand, I'm going to carry it with a tank on the top. If I drop my fucking mod with my tank on top into a bowl of water, my fucking tank is going to fill up with water.
There's actually a video of a guy with a Aegis of some kind, a new one, and he actually puts it underwater, comes out and vapes it, and the tank goes underwater. I'm sure it does.
No.
So it's not just them. Is that not the one?
No.
He just puts the mod underwater.
Yeah.
And the tank goes underwater. Is it?
What would you talk about having to fork out £60 for a new mod, or having to go to the shop, drop a tenner on a 10ml bottle and a new coil?
Yeah, but why does it need to be waterproofed? I don't get it. I really don't understand it. I understand the phone being waterproof. I just don't. I don't get it. But me personally, as a consumer, sitting here thinking, my next mod needs to be waterproof, because I go fucking deep sea diving with my mod.
See, I would buy one, because I do a lot of work outside and jet washing and stuff like that for my job, and like, so if it's raining and I've got it in my hand, if it's waterproof, yes, I probably would buy it and use it just purely for work, but not at home purposes. But it'd probably just be a work mod. If it is waterproof, I would probably buy one. Because I've had a lot of mod. Yeah, go on.
We've got a couple like legends between. I think we've got 3, but they're like primary. If we go out, and we don't go out very often on a night out, but if we do, I know it's a mod that if I drop it, it won't give a fucking matter. I don't buy it because I'm going swimming. I'm buying it because if I go to a concert or something, I know if I drop it, it'll be fine. Yeah, I don't ever say. I get what Tom means. There's no real reason for it to be waterproof. No one needs anything specifically waterproof.
If I'm out cycling and my mod gets fucking soaked, I'm going to be pissed off. Simple.
Yeah.
No, I get that. I get that in certain circumstances, you may need something. Maybe put it in your fucking bag till you get it out and vape it with your cycling. But I just don't get it. For me personally, I feel like, has it been? Is it hype? Is it just a new thing we don't really need, but we feel like we need? And is it a selling point? Is it a selling point?
Not
Do we
really.
need this waterproofing mod?
Not really.
Because
No,
I've already said, if I want something to be waterproof, I want my tank to be waterproof. But then I can't let air out because I'm taking a vape. Because if I can get air in, I can get air out. So it's not going to be fucking waterproof, is it?
I mean, I agree with Nicky. I'm not going to go out and go, I'm going to go spend 60 quid on a waterproof mod. I'll probably go and buy it just for like if I need it for work. I mean, I have got a work mod. Like Nicky said, I don't give a shit if I drop it or break it at work. I don't give a shit. It's a work mod. But if it's like one of my endlesses and I dropped it at work, I'll be pissed.
Have you never dropped a mod in the lake when you're fishing, Tom? No, because I don't go anywhere near the water with a fucking electronic device.
See,
I just when I saw it, I appreciate the technology of it being waterproof. I just don't understand why you would possibly need something that's waterproof. Shatterproof. If you was going to drop it, shatterproof would be fucking amazing.
all right, which is that's workable because everyone drops something. Everyone's dropped a mod.
I mean, today my VP drag. I mean, I don't know if we can see it. I'll get the camera. The door there, I dropped it and scratched the door there, but I don't give a shit. It's a work mod. I don't care.
I've got one I don't use. If it starts working, you can have it.
Waterproof means juice ain't getting in it.
I've got about 4 sitting there.
All right then.
Cheers, thank you for the offer, but I've got 4 sitting there. I dropped that and I didn't give a shit because I thought, oh well, I don't care. But like I said, if it's one of my endlesses, I'll be really pissed off at myself, and then I'll be buffering it out trying to clean it. But I don't take an endless to work. Pure simple that it's a mod I like. I won't take it to work, and my job is quite dirty and dusty, so I don't really want to take one into work with me.
To be fair, you're only going to get juice in the mod if it's no Tank Attack tank.
You're not going to get juice in your mod unless you fucking re-wicked it totally wrong, or you're a clumsy fucker.
Or a Tank Attack tank from back in the day.
But what also didn't annoy me, but I didn't understand with the new product launch as well. They've got obviously the Magtex 218-650s, which is absolutely fine. I think this one may take 21-700s. I'm not sure, but the pod systems that they've got, one's a 1200 mAh, one's a 450 mAh, and one's 1000. We're constantly moaning in vaping about battery life being shit. Why are they releasing a 450 mAh mod?
Because people will buy it because it's so small and it's a pod system. People are now collecting pod systems.
I just feel like we're screaming out for more. Like Paul's made a very good example. If he likes the Caliburn, but the battery is shocking on it. So if he was to use the Caliburn, he'd be having 5 or 6 Caliburns on charge at all times.
That's the
why are we not?
The PAL 2 does, the PAL 2 is the same. It doesn't have a lot of charge, but I think it's like a really quick charge time for the item.
Yeah, they're saying like an hour charge, aren't they? They're saying like an hour.
I don't think it's that. I don't even think it's that. I think it's like 20 minutes or something.
Yeah, I've got one. They do take a while to charge. I've got one. They do take a little while to charge, but they're all right. They do give a good hit. But I got a smock. I can't even say the word. Nord. I got one of them the other day. I paid about 25 quid for it. I absolutely love it. It just gives you the hit you want. But the only thing I say is battery life ain't very good.
And that's the main issue for me is we're screaming out for more battery life, and then people are turning around and going, we're releasing this new product and we've got a 450 mAh battery in it. Do you know what I mean? Even Ego Twister 1100.
Is it not another way for them to then have people want to buy more than one because then they've got 2 because the battery life shit, and while one's not working, the other one they'll use?
Well, yeah.
In a way, it might be just for them to make more money.
Well, their selling point, yeah.
So at that point, you may as well buy yourself a single battery, or a cool fire, and just mount a long tank.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know, really. I mean, like Pig said, a Smock coming out there for more money to get out there because Smock are not as good as they used to be back in the day, are they?
Well, a lot of people have been saying they've improved. I've not really ever used a Smock product, and they're saying Smocks from recent years are massively improving their devices. And we've not really seen a massive Smock launch, and obviously then they've come out with this new 4 systems in fucking one drop.
Well, we've reviewed quite a few on that because we have them on our group, but we've recently, the past 6 months, their product stuff and their coils. Oh my god, they've really, really upped the game. No, it's much better than when I had my T-Priv and my Cloud Beast and my Baby Beast. It was, you're getting a good 2 week at least out of a coil, and the performance is stunning. It really is. I recently got like a very big tanker. There's a Return of the King, and it was like massive. Sorry, okay, it is massive, and the coils are like the size of a 10ml bottle, and but they last so well. Can't knock them.
No, the only thing for me on the Smock, I had a Smock mag and a Baby Beast tank. I didn't like the Baby Beast tank because the coils didn't last very long. The Smock mag, the way you reload it to put it back in there, the pin on it for me, it just broke after 2 weeks, and it's just like, well, great. But I haven't tried any of their products yet, so I hope I will. When, like, if you've
just got the nod, you've just got your nod.
Yeah, this I do like it. I really do, because I think this is better than the PAL 2. It really is better than the PAL 2 because it gives you the hit you want, and I think the tank as well on it is much better than the PAL 2. At least you can put more juice in it. On the PAL 2, you can't, because if you overfill it, it's going to drip up.
You can. There's a bit of a rubber stopper in the bit for the PAL 2. You can cut it out to make the tank bigger.
I don't know. I don't.
Yeah.
It's not TBD compliant if you start ripping out bungs.
Oh, sorry. Don't rip out your bung. You'll fit more than 2 million.
It's not a traditional bung, it's a bit of plastic.
Don't rip out your bungs.
Yeah, no bung ripping, Craig. We all know you like it.
You not tell us, please.
No bung ripping.
I told you that.
Oh my god. Well, we'll just give a shout out to all the podwankers out there. Big shout out to all you podwankers. But talking of pods though, Nikki, you saying that you've seen an increase in clone pods at the minute. I obviously never heard of it from obviously when you spoke about it, but you've obviously seen that it's being done. Do you feel like the reason that is being done? Because obviously pods are quite affordable; they're not expensive. What do you think? It's just because it's just a big thing in the industry at the minute in the market.
I think it's just because of the hype around them, and everyone seems to be wanting a pod system, whether it's to fit in with everyone or whether it's for Nick salts or CBD or whatever. It's just, with them being so affordable, I don't understand why you'd clone a £20 device personally, but I've seen the Nord done, I've seen the Miko done, I've seen the Caliburn cloned.
The Frenzy cloned as well.
No, the Frenzy's not been cloned.
Are they clones or are they white label product? Because I know for a fact that a lot of these pod systems are white label product, and you can literally buy them and put your own logo on them.
No, they are clones.
I just don't see a fucking point personally.
I have nothing against anybody using a clone personally. If it floats your boat, it's fine. I just don't get why you would buy a clone of something that's so cheap in the first place.
100%.
You're not really saving any money between buying the real and buying the genuine.
I bought a clone ages ago, and it's no different to buying the actual real thing, is it really?
It used to be. It used to be very, very, very different. You bought a clone before and it was tough. Absolutely tough. And these days they are very much one of one. They are exactly the same because what they've done is they've either got the drawings or they've either got the device and just copied the device straight off.
Yeah.
It's very much different now to having clones 3 years ago, 2-3 years ago to what they are at now, because I still don't understand, and we said this before, that people think clones are of a lesser quality Well, they're probably made in the same sort of factory. They're made with the same sort of machinery. China don't use fucking hammer and chisel. They use
No.
high-end CNC machines, and you know what I mean. They quality control in them sort of places. They're pumping out thousands and thousands. Like Smock released, it was the one after the Nord. Was it like the Elvo or something like that? They released another pod. It's called like the
Alpha.
Elvo or something. That's
Alpha.
it. Yeah, and
Alpha.
they did fucking I want to say 1.2 million fucking sale units in 30 days.
Oh, shut up.
In 30, so they're pumping out big fucking units. You know what I mean? They're not pumping out little units. They're pumping out fucking 1.2 million fucking units worldwide. There's got to be a need for it somewhere.
Yeah.
I think
I
though,
mean,
most people treat pods as a disposable device, don't they? Because you can't be on a pod 24/7.
in my job, I don't take a pod. I don't take my pod to work. I take my Dragon, probably 618, 650 batteries with me, and it lasts me all day. And I'd rather do that and then
I think
come
we
home,
need some new batteries.
then probably just use my pod when I'm laying in bed.
It's like Shaka said here, clones probably made in the exact same factory.
Yeah.
Aye.
I mean, I don't mind a clone. I mean, I've had a couple of clones, and they're no different to the real thing, really. I don't know. That is a market for it, isn't there? People are buying it.
Yeah, definitely people are putting the money to it, and it's what they will put the money to at the end of the day. I said this so many times that the people that look at a bottle of juice and go, $23.99 for 120 ml, you take it piss to get it for £6, will never ever buy a fucking bottle for $23.99. They will go for what they feel is affordable to them, what they're gonna put their money to. And at the end of the day, if that's what's going to happen, it's going to happen. Counterfeit happens in every walk of fucking life.
Oh, yeah.
It's not just started in vaping. You fucking buy a counterfeit fucking Land Rover from China. It's just not got a Land Rover fucking badge on it.
But you can buy clone Nike trainers. You can buy clone Adidas trainers. You can buy clothes fake and everything like that, can't you?
Yeah, it's just something that's always going to be there, something that's always going to be a part of this. I honestly believe with the affordability of devices these days, clones are not a massive thing, but they're still there to be used in whatever reason you want to use them.
You can go on Wish, you can go on any place really and get a clone, can't you? You're probably paying less for the real thing, but it's virtually going to do the same thing, and it's every time, isn't it?
Most of them are made by the same companies as they know the clone market is good. And then Steve says clones used to be made from poor quality materials. They really fucking used to be made from shit quality material. And now it just seems to be that they're fucking basically the same.
Yeah.
Clones are probably sold by insiders for the actual companies that sell authentics. That's happened in the past. I won't name any names because I'm not a name dropper, but I know a fact that devices have been sent to China and been sold as clones, and the people that have owned them companies have got the revenue from it. But if it's there to be done.
I mean, talking about clones, I've got two sitting here. I've got two Death Wish hangs. One's a Jeremy, one's a clone. No different. They both look the same. They've got everything, every feature on it, just different serial numbers.
Is what it is, isn't it? End of the day, it is what it is. It really is.
I paid 50 quid for one, and I paid 100 and something odd quid for the other one. It don't bother me.
Well, it's a bit like I've got Nicky 2 clone K funds, and I said if you like them, I'll get you a real one, which is fair enough because they are an expensive tank. But I said if he likes them, I'll get him a real one, and that's another good point to clones is that you can try something before you actually spend your cash properly. You know what I mean? And I do like the fact that, but there are some things that you just kind of sit there and wonder, well, why would you do that? You know.
Yeah, it's at the end of the day, it's very much, you have people that will sit there and sort of, once upon a time, I would have said clones nowhere near me whatsoever. I don't deal with clones, and at the point, I would have absolutely loved a clone. For me personally, it's all about affordability, and if you feel that is affordability and that's available to you, then as long as it's vaping, not smoking, I feel like there's not really much of an argument you can have.
Is a positive is that one of my first mech was an underground clone from a place in Glasgow, and I bought it to try mechs. Right, if I'd never bought that clone, never would have bought an endless. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, but I
When
mean,
I
you
bought
see,
things that I absolutely love, and that got me into my better places and things that I absolutely adore. But if I'd never took that step and bought that clone for 30 quid or whatever it was, I would have had no idea.
I don't know if you've ever, don't know if you've noticed or anything, but I've seen a lot more women on mechs, clone mechs, than blokes. So I'm not being sexist, but I have seen more women with mechs and clones like that. I mean, end of the day, is that there's a market for it, isn't there? People are generally doing it like if it's the same product, like that way. You know what I mean?
I don't think
Max has made a good comment. It says, "I don't give a monkeys what people use. I'll always buy authentic. That's my choice, and that's how it should. That's how it should be. 100% how it should be. It should be about your personal choice in what you want to use, what you feel is affordable. I feel like we've come a long way from people fucking slating people who use clones. But once again, I am of the mindset is there's that much affordable gear on the market that sometimes you can justify buying the genuine, and then there's other times where you feel you can't justify buying the genuine because stuff is expensive. I'm sort of the person is, if it's a £30 mod, I can't really judge somebody not for buying a £30 mod because they bought a clone of it. That's their choice. But I'm thinking in my head, well, you could 30 quid's 30 quid. I know it's a lot of money to some people, but it's affordable to a lot of people. But then when you say like the K fund that Nicky's running and you want to buy the fucking top fill section, the full tank, you're looking at fucking going on 170 quid when you're finished.
Nick, you'll have to send me a link when you're done because I do want to try a mouth to lung tank.
I'll send you a link. I've got it on my eBay.
Yeah, I do want to. I mean, seeing you guys use it, I do actually want to try it just for work, just to see what it's like. I do. I'd love to try it to see what it's like for work. If it's any good, I might buy a couple of clone ones. Save me buying genuine. I mean, I do work 7 days a week. There's sometimes I can't afford to buy an expensive mod. I would go for a clone because, I mean, say some mods like 100 something quid, and I can't afford it. I will go and buy a clone because, end of the day, we're all adults. We all have to pay bills.
Yeah, it's all about affordability. 100%. It's about affordability.
I don't
think there's any questioning in that. I think it's about affordability of you as a person. If I'm saying 30 quid might not be a lot of money, but to some people it might be a fucking fortune.
Yeah.
So it's all about your individual affordability, being like, yeah, I can afford that. No, I can't afford that. I'm going to choose this because of that. I'd feel like the judgment of people using clones is massively away from where he was fucking 3 years ago.
Oh, God, yeah. I agree there, yeah. I mean, I don't mind a clone now and again. End of the day, I'll use a clone, and then if you like it, like Pete said, you can go and buy the real thing after. You can put your money away and go and buy the proper genuine thing, and then maybe give it to somebody who genuinely needs it.
Yeah, you're right. Like Steve's saying here, people used to think that clone tanks might be made with a metal with a high lead content that might cause health issues. I remember a clone, can't remember what tank it was, but it was made, the plate or something inside was exposed copper. And obviously they this was a clone tank and they had to recall the tank because it was exposed copper, and I feel like the copper was doing something and people were inhaling it, and obviously they basically took them off the market. And I don't know if they refunded people, but they sent out different parts. But I remember back in the day, because there's been a few situations like that, because now these days shit is made proper, regardless of what it is. These days is made high quality. You can know the difference when you pick up a shit clone or you pick up a shit product. You know it's shit, whether it's authentic or it's a clone.
Yeah, the weight of it.
It's
One of my
just-
favorite RDAs is a 30mm, and I bought it. It's a clone, but the real genuine ones they don't make in that color, and that's the reason I wanted it is because you know the blue Emmy we've got, it's the same color as that. It's the same iridescent purple blue, but the genuine ones actually never came in that color.
I mean, my favourite RJ of all time was the Druger, but I had a clone Druger, and it was only like 15 quid off. I can't remember what website it was, but I absolutely loved that RDA. It was fantastic. It was a brilliant RDA. Yeah, the weight of it was a bit not heavy or anything in my hand, but it did the job. It was fantastic. I absolutely loved it. I just can't remember what I did with it.
Binned it and bought the authentic.
I sent it one day. One day. Yeah.
It just all goes back to what you class as being affordable. It is that at the end of the day. It really,
But
really
on
is.
the other hand, you've got to look at the likes of the Cherry Bomb. The clone was far better and far safer than the authentic.
Bang on, mate. Absolutely fucking bang on.
I can't judge on that because I never ever tried a cherry bomb. I wanted to, but I never really got round to getting one.
The Cherry Bomb fucking arced like a motherfucker, and if you put anything metal on the because it was a full metal box, and if you were building and you dropped wire on it, it'd start fucking auto firing.
Does anybody ever remember the tugboats clones?
Yeah, I've got one. The boxes.
Yeah, I had a green
Yeah,
one.
I've got a white one.
I
I
had
only used it once.
I had a clone when I bought it off someone in our town. But the only thing for me on that was I wish they put a switch off button in it. Because I had one in my pocket one day, didn't realise it was firing, took it out, just smoke belling out, and the RDA was red hot.
Yeah, but that's your fault.
Go at me and everything.
You put a fucking series box mod in your pocket. I have no sympathy for you whatsoever.
That's when I first started into it. Lesson learned. Don't pocket.
But that's to me that's an advanced unit, and that's where stuff like that doesn't come with an instruction manual.
No.
A lot of the majority of things these days come with an instructional manual, whether it's a video online or some sort of paperwork with it. A lot of it, but then we still sort of underestimate people's knowledges as well. You know,
that's where we become the user manual for the things
Yeah.
that don't have a user manual. Is that we are the user manual now?
Yeah.
Coming back to what we said earlier about helping people on Facebook, that's when people will come in and say to you, can you help me, like, because you know what you're doing on a series box model or a mech, can you help me, tell me what to do? That's when we come in and say, this is what you do, this is how you do it safely, and stuff like that.
But the problem you've got is everyone's not on Facebook.
Well, yeah, but I mean, you could say for Instagram, if someone messages you on Instagram, you could always pop in there and help them do it on there. It doesn't matter where you help them, at least you can help that person.
But you get these blown up mods, don't you, in the news, and nobody's got Facebook, nobody's got Instagram, nobody's asked anybody how it fucking works, but magically this mod's fucking blown up.
Yeah.
You know, the minute they're posting it on fucking social media, my mod fucking blew up. Well, why didn't you ask on social media how it worked?
Why are going to your local vape shop?
Yeah.
Who sold you the fucking device?
To be fair, the vape shop now isn't how it used to be. No one goes in anymore and just chills and talks shit and interacts how they used to. It's become a pretty much you go in, you hand your money over, you get what you want, and you fuck off.
Yeah. Well, one of our local vape shops, it says on the website, when they sell serious malt, you must know your Ohm's law, and they actually ask you if you know your Ohm's law, and if you don't, they don't sell it to you. And I think, well, why don't you teach that person and help them do it?
See, our shops, we've only got 2, but they refuse to sell mechs whatsoever. They sell RDAs, the odd one or two, but they refuse to sell mechs.
Yeah, one of our local to me from my village, just a bit out there, he's just opened up. He don't sell no mechs or series mods. All he's selling is regulated and pods. It's like, well, you're going to last in business, aren't you? It's like it's just selling juice and coils. Well, you're going to last, aren't you, mate? I thought people ain't going to come in here and just buy coils and juice and regulated mods. They want serious and stuff like that.
Sometimes it's a safety thing. I think sometimes shop have to take that responsibility. If you don't have the knowledge, then you shouldn't sort of be selling that kind of product. You know, you have to take that with a pinch of salt, really, because some shops may not want to sell them because they personally don't have the knowledge in that side of vaping, which I would massively respect, because you ain't going to get any issues. I know a few shops that make you sign disclaimers when you buy mech mods from them, basically saying you know what you're doing, you know how to build a coil, you know which battery needs to go, you know what batteries you need. To me personally, that's brilliant. It's also brilliant for the company because they're covering their own backs, but it's then also giving that person the ability to say, I don't understand, I don't get it, rather than going, I do get it, sell me it, I want it, that's what I want. That person then has the way of saying, no, actually, I need to be sat down, I need to be taught, I need to run through it, I need to know what's going on. I like it because it looks good. And the majority of the time we've bought mods and gone, oh, we like that, it looks good. And you buy it off the eye rather than the actual functions of the mod, is probably 95% of the time.
Yeah.
So I agree with what shops, if shops do that and don't sell them because they don't have the knowledge or because they don't want to sell them from the safety aspects of things, you know, you'll always find it somewhere else. But it's also good from the shop front of it to say, actually, we don't get it. So we're not going to put it into your hands if we don't get it.
I mean, that's the same as when we go to Expo and stuff. I like it at Expo, if you're going to go there and buy a serious mod, I like it where the vendors take their time and actually teach you and show you and stuff like that. And I think that's good as well when they take their time to help you as well. I like that sort of thing as well, when they stand there and help you. Like when I was at Expo watching Pixie and you guys helping people doing the builds. I mean, when I walked past the stand at Endless watching Nikki do a build for somebody and showing them, I thought that was really nice for somebody to do that. Like Nikki taking his time to show him how to do it and put a build in. I thought, well, that's what I do miss in this community as well.
It's definitely a massive miss thing. Right, well, we're going to cut the show a little bit early because I can hear Poppy crying upstairs, so I'm going to cut the show a little bit earlier. But before we go, we need to do status of the week. Mr. PH isn't here, but we still got to do it in his honour of status of the week. And status of the week is 3 for 50 every Friday and Saturday night for the last 6 weeks. Now you're crying for a pair of Clax's shoes are 35 quid. So yeah, that's Mr. PH's fucking weekly status.
Oh, of course, because they've all gone back to school this week, y'all, aren't they?
You go back last week?
No, 3 weeks ago.
You went, oh, fuck me.
We're on our 3rd week.
No, none of ours go back till next Thursday.
You got it good. Poppy gets her first day of nursery tomorrow, so I think there's going to be tears tomorrow when Poppy starts her first day in nursery.
She'll be fine.
I won't be crying. I won't be crying. Don't worry about me. I'll be like, yes, I can get some fucking work done.
I hope she has a lovely day anyway.
Thank you.
Yeah,
well, we'll end the show there. Thank you ever so much for everybody who watched us. Nikki, Pixie, Craig, it's always a pleasure to have you on, and I really enjoy your company through this hour and 45 minutes we've done this week. But we'll definitely catch up next week. Thank you ever so much, everybody who watched. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share the video if you can. And we'll see you soon. Peace out.
Ciao.
See you later.